that one scene in particular did look good.
That one scene was good. I think most of the CGI gripe was with the army.
Exactly.
Where it felt kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Next question, yeah, stay.
Now, I haven't watched the movie, but is Envy still related to Ed and Al at all?
The live action pretty much, yeah, removed that.
Pretty much removed that? Yeah, this kind of sucks. Because that gave part of Envy her personality right there.
Yeah.
Roy?
Okay.
Alphonse has a question. I see.
Alphonse, yes, I'm sorry.
Let's start as high as my arm goes.
That's alright, that's alright.
I saw you, Al. Don't worry.
It's important to remember that it's a live action, which is always going to have creative license
Mhm.
to take away from what they're pulling from to begin with, and it seemed like they really went more towards the original FMA series than they did Brotherhood, which was already a watered down version of what the true story was. So,
No, and we were actually talking earlier before you showed, the cool thing with the live action is the screenwriter was actually Arakawa, who did the manga, so that was really nice to have done. All right, well let's transition to the major relationships, you know, between Ed, Al, Azumi, and all that. So I want to play this quick clip that I think is illustrative of the relationship between Ed and Al, and you know, we can comment on their uniqueness after we've seen it.
How's that? That's how you made me this way when you attached my soul to this armor in the first place, isn't it? That's right. Along with my memories. After all, memories are just information you can reference, like a cabinet of files. As skilled an alchemist as you are, you could have created any memories you wanted me to have. Fake memories? Don't tell me that's what you're upset about. Why shouldn't it be? A while back in Risen Bull, there's something you wanted to tell me, but you couldn't. You said you were afraid of how I'd react. You remember that, don't you? I can't remember parts of my past because they never happened. My memories and my soul are fake. Something you created. Isn't that what you wanted to say? No, what Ed wanted to tell you was that... Stop lying to me! I know what the truth is. The person named Alphonse Elric never existed at all.
That makes no sense! You and Ed have always been together. I knew you when you were a boy. My grandma did too. We're friends, Al. You can trust me.
Can I? Really? How can I believe anyone when there's no way to prove it? When I'm just a hollow shell. All three of you can be in on it together. So, you've been sitting on those thoughts all this time. Is there anything else you're hiding that you want to say? What about you, my so-called brother? Answer my question. Why won't you say anything? Unless it's true. Let go of me. What's the point of living this lie? You idiot! Let go of me! Let go! Ow! Stop! I won't stay here!
Edward!
Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is I think this is a very good scene to illustrate the relationship. You know, it's strained. You know, obviously, you know, Ed cares for his brother, and I know Al cares greatly for his brother too. And here in this scene, you see Al questioning whether everything has been created around him is a lie and whether he even exists. I want to bring up another point, and we're actually going to do $20 if anyone can tell me who said this. This is probably a good answer for Al, since we are discussing the philosophy and history of Fullmetal Alchemist. Cogito ergo sum in Latin. What this means and who that gentleman is. We'll do 20 Amestris dollars if anyone can. If not, we'll just have everyone whip out their smartphones and do 10. So. All right, no one has guessed. All right, whip out your smartphones. Who can tell us first? Get ready with the Amestris dollars. Cogito ergo. Okay, good.
I know what it means, I just can't think of who it was.
Okay, okay. What does it mean? What does it mean?
I think they're
Okay, give him 10, and then if anyone else can give me the dude. We'll do another 10 for, okay, who is it?
Renee
Descartes.
Yeah.
Okay, give her another 10. All right, cool,
Like
cool.
Renee
French philosopher from 18th century. Yeah, give her 10. Give her 10. All right, and yes, I think, therefore I am. Renee Descartes. I think, therefore I am. So, at least Al can take comfort in knowing that he must exist, even if everything around him is a complete lie and fabrication by his brother. Now, what I want to talk about is the relationship between these two couples you see here. So, I mean, there's a lot of parallels, there's some differences. So basically I want to throw out there and do a quick poll. Who thinks the Ed-Winry relationship is stronger, or the Roy Riza relationship is stronger? So
Roy
let's-
Reason.
Alright,
Wait, can I have like 2 minutes?
Alright, we'll give everybody 30 seconds to think it over, and then we'll do a poll. So, if we had a Jeopardy music, we could cue it up. Yeah, there you go.
No.
Alright. Who thinks the Ed Winry relationship is stronger? Hands up. Anyone here? Anyone else? No? Okay, who thinks the Roy Riza relationship? Okay, so that's an overwhelming majority.
Well, you gotta remember, Hawkeye will kick Roy's ass any given time to put him straight.
Okay, now I have a clip that might actually illustrate why a lot of you feel that way, so let's see that and then we'll talk about it. And everyone can debate one and you, sir, can debate the other. And we'll go
I
from
mean,
there.
I guess I feel like I'm the only one, so.
Well, it's on you. Oh, here you go. Here. Les is with you.
I'm with you.
Later. Come back later and we'll join us next time we do this. We'd love to have you sit here next time. Absolutely. So,
Yes, thank you for joining us.
but yeah, come on back and
I'm dying in here.
okay, yeah, no problem. Take it off and then come back, have a seat. We'd love to have you back, Alphonse. All right, we'll see Alphonse. All right, let me play this clip for you guys then, and then we can talk about it. And I think this is probably what most people. Of course.
Yes.
What are you doing, Lieutenant? Do you know who your gun's pointed at?
Who? Don't make me laugh. When it's just us, the Colonel calls me by my first name, Riza.
Yes, Riza.
So you two are
that close, are you? I lied. But it was still very nice of you to fall for it. And now you can do me the favor of dying.
Ow! That hurts! Damn it! You are really annoying with that name! I'll dump you at his feet like a rat!
Colonel!
What the hell are you doing to my lieutenant? Don't interfere, Lieutenant. I told you I would take care of him myself.
You damn human! Don't you ever!
No, but this is important scene too, right here. This is important. You see she's horrified because he's going ballistic. So I think this scene has two things. First of all, like the gentleman in the back said, we see how the hubris of Envy. She's still taunting. Envy's still in the face of everyone. But then this scene shows two things. First, their relationship, the terms they use to address each other. And I should have gone a little further, but there's also, right after this scene, the scene where she puts a gun to his back of the head where it's like, you're out of control.
Yeah.
And so I think when we said that, theirs is a stronger, it's perhaps more mature than Ed's and Winry's at this point, that they have a relationship like that. Thoughts, ideas, opinions, please.
I think that because her first instinct was to test him using the first name, I think secretly she wants him to refer her by first name.
It could be,
Yeah. Okay, I thought like a girl does. That's what I thought.
But that's something a woman would know, right?
That's
be like, I wish he would.
Exactly. Okay.
Well, there is another scene where it shows Mustang recovering, and Hawkeye was taking care of him, which showed how close their relationship
And
was.
you see a parallel with that too, with Ed and Winry, with him taking care of his automobile, So, and again, we just forget that, Ed and Winry are like 15, so the relationship has not matured yet.
And there was one other scene too. It showed Mustang getting ready to go stab his fingers. I know it was in the original one. But if he were to cause a fire, it would cause an explosion. Thank God Hawkeye was there to.
Oh yes,
throw his ass to the
I know what you're talking
ground.
about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
In the back?
Other thoughts? Yes, in the back.
Yeah, another scene that I think we should point out is remember how Mustang and how they met in the first place was because of that contract that they had in the back. Remember how he became the Flame Alchemist because her father taught
Was his
Mustang
mentor, yes.
how to use that power, and
Yes.
that's how they became to be. And the reason why he protects her, he's always with her, is because she has the secrets of his power in her tattooed on her back. If I remember right, I'm not.
And there was a whole thing where she wanted him to destroy
yeah,
it too.
she
Once
wanted
yeah.
him to destroy it
Yes.
for back, and to me that was the reason why I feel as though it was a more deeper connection because it wasn't just like a love connection. It was like they were there because they really did care about it. It was like it was duty as well that also binding. It was like these three strong ropes tying into each other to make one big giant.
Very true, very true. Okay, one quick question now I want to throw out, which if you've seen my panel before, I've always thrown this one out. It's been a fan favorite. And that's the Roy versus Olivier. So we remember towards the end, there's a scene where Olivier comes to the seat of the Fuhrer, and she takes a long, hard look at it and says, if Mustang wants it, he can have it. So the question I throw to you now is, if she chose to challenge Roy to be Fuhrer, or Führerin, I suppose, the question is, who would win and who would be the better Führer? So first of all, let's do it. First of all, who thinks, let's say who would win? If you think Roy would win, let's see hands up.
Are we talking about after he's blind or?
Let's just say both of them at their peaks.
Okay.
Let's just for argument's sake. So if you think Roy would win, hands up right now. Okay, we got a couple. If you think Olivier would win. Okay, I think we got more for Olivier. Now, who would be the better Führer? If you think Roy would be the better Führer, let's see. Okay, we got Farrell, we got like 6, 7. How many think Olivier would be the better Führer? Okay, no, that's
like no contest.
That's funny. No, that's funny because 3 times in a row, and that's been the general trend of what everyone says is that Olivier would win, but Roy would be the better Führer. Thoughts, opinions, ideas on why? So in the back, I see you.
Well, the reason why I think Roy Mustang would be a better, a better Führer is because he always thought of his company. He always had them in mind. I mean, so did Olivia. As you can see, when they were in the ice place,
Oh, yeah,
he always had them in mind.
Oh, I think they'll both be very good. We're just saying,
in fact,
we're picking straws.
They rebelled against, the army and everything. But the reason why I say Roy is because he doesn't want anybody to be put in peril. Unlike Olivia, she always has her combat team in peril. As you can see when they were taking control of the front gate of the castle, and then.
But that could also be the reason why she would beat him too, because she's willing to sacrifice men as needed, whereas Roy has lost some of that edge. There's that scene where, Olivier's got the generals hostage, and she's like, unlike Mustang, I don't mind killing, and it's like, Mustang's lost some of his edge. Did you anything more to say, sir, or?
Oh no.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, very good points, very good points. Let's go you, man.
Mine is short and sweet. With Roy, the same reason he'd would lose being Führer but would be a better Führer is his emotions. Because she's
cold.
She's cold.
She's the ice queen, yeah.
But when it comes to making those choices and who would be best to go out into the front and stuff like that, sometimes you do need emotion. Because she doesn't have any.
Hey, sometimes you gotta sacrifice 200 men to save 2,000.
So she would probably put people into situations that could be handled a bit more delicately.
She's a bitch.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Because of that.
It's a debate that we can carry on forever, but we gotta get on to the second round of prizes. I will hand over to the lovely lieutenant, who I'm sure can take.
Please line up here if you would like to try or answer any of these.
We got a series of trivia questions. You can earn extra dollars, and then we'll do another auction. So please, guys, get in line. Get in line. Back there, come on, get in line. We got prizes to give out. If you get it wrong, no harm, no foul.
Oh, no, okay, it's like SATs.
If you get it wrong, you can sit down, or you can come back in line.
And there's one with the voice actors, or the actual one.
Well, let's just. Okay.
The actual uniform, and I'm right behind
Question.
Hang on to those. We're going to use the dollars in a moment. So,
Yes, after in the auction. All right. So the first question.
Which homunculus was not featured in the live-action Full Metal Alchemist movie?
You got 4 choices.
Agreed?
Yep.
All right, yep, she got it, all right.
Got it right?
What needs a trailer?
It's not in the live action.
Not in the live action.
Shit, that exists.
All right, we got another live action movie. Question?
Alright,
I haven't watched it.
alright.
I know, I can see it.
Alright,
Yeah,
who
this
kills Dr. Marco in the live-action version of Full Metal Alchemist? Any ideas?
I've only seen the movie once, so I'm taking a guess here.
It had to be one of the homunculus, let's give you a clue. It had to be one of them, right?
It's like that
I haven't seen the movie.
Guys, it had to be one of the 3, but not Greed, obviously. So let's do that. It had to be one of the 3 others killed.
Right?
It was not Envy, no. Not in the live action.
It's less.
It was less in the live action. Collect your money.
I'll let you go.
All right, what is Sheska's rank?
Wait.
Back it up. You gotta queue up again.
I know it's not.
Guys, bring it down. If you get it wrong, queue up. Back, queue up again.
Next.
Revolving door. There's only so many ranks out there. General.
I'm gonna shoot out lieutenant.
No. Okay, she was non-commissioned. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's keep going.
No. Next?
Okay, all right.
Keep going.
If I remember correctly, she was just secretary. That was it. She was never really, she never had a rank because she was technically not in the books because, you know, they didn't want to have her in the books. Because remember when Hudges was trying to hide everything, he fired her and she didn't even have a rank.
That is true, but she did actually have a rank.
Oh, she did?
She did.
It was non-commissioned.
Non-commissioned.
So the most subtle thing you probably
But
think.
that was a really good guess.
What was it?
Yeah.
That was
Actually,
very good.
Do you have a guess or?
Any question?
Do I get a participation?
I know, right?
We got much more. Just queue up again. Queue up
Personal
again.
assistant to Hughes in a non-official way by rewriting records, looking through records. She wasn't a corporal, and she was. Yeah.
Okay, next person. Come on. There's only so many non-commissioned ranks.
Private.
Private. There you go.
Private.
All right. Here's a good one, guys. Who is she and what is her
Who
name?
is she?
Oh,
What is her name? I can't read it.
Guys, get in line. Get in line.
Please get in line for me.
Yeah,
Get
I watched that in 2010 when it came out.
in. When you're
I
ready,
haven't watched
answer.
this until we Did you give the episode number?
Well, she's the daughter of the, well, who is she basically?
Tell me her name. Tell me her
when
name.
we went to a land that was full of, you
Yes.
know, automobiles.
Yes.
And she was trying to learn how to make a better
Okay,
version of-
guys, clue. She stole Ed's pocket
Yes,
watch.
I know that, but I'm trying to remember.
What is her name?
Queue up. Okay, here's the deal. You're allowed to use your smartphones, but if you get up, you can't use your smartphones. Everyone have a seat, and then come up once you're done checking.
Over.
Once you're done checking,
Please.
we'll just.
First,
Connie?
letter.
No, it's not kind. It starts with P. We're gonna reduce the value to 5 because you're all on your phones now. So this one's worth 5.
I don't remember her name.
Starts with a P. Not Priscilla. That's
Patricia Penny, I know that much.
It's almost like that bread you get, you know.
Panini.
Panera.
Close.
Panini.
Panini. Right here. All right.
What is it?
All right. All right. Next question. Please line up, guys. Please line up. And
what city pictured here is Rose?
let's go first person.
Dior.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
All right. And our final question for this round. So guys, get in line. What is the first name of Izumi's husband?
Let's get over.
Do you remember your anniversary?
I think I might know.
Ryan.
It starts with S. Starts with S. Let's throw that.
Oh,
Well, the original.
I thought I was.
Oh no.
I guess I'll just take a guess. Sui?
No. Like a pig? All right, use your phones and we'll knock it down to $5. Oh, well, here you go. Sid Curtis.
Dang it.
All right.
Oh,
the auction, yes. Do the auction. All right.
We're gonna be cash back.
Yeah, 10 minutes, we're good.
Alright, auction!
Guys, if you have the Amestris dollars, get them ready. We're going to be auctioning a few prizes.
Alright, first up on the auction, we have a miraculous ladybug. It flies up into the air, it plays the theme song. It plays the theme song. It does it. And it flies in the air. We have
Day of the Dead keychain.
Day of the Dead keychain. We have
It's a glow wand.
glow wand.
Yeah, it's like one of those emojis.
And Pokemon trading cards.
Pokemon trading cards.
All right. Oh, and Mario bath ball. Mango scented. How many of you ever want to take a bath with Mario, right?
Y'all know you want it.
Alright, first we have the miraculous ladybug.
Miraculous ladybug.
$10. Do we have
15.
11? Oh, 15
20.
here. 20 here. Do we hear
21.
21.
25.
25. Do we hear any more? 26? 26?
Wait, I'm counting.
Maybe.
Alright. 25.
26.
Do we hear 26?
30.
30.
30. 30. Do we hear any more?
30 for Miraculous Ladybug. We have 31 for Miraculous Ladybug.
31? Anyone?
32 in the back.
35.
35 for Ladybug.
35.
Do we have 36 or do we have 40?
36? Going once for 35.
41.
41 for Ladybug.
41 good. Do you hear 42?
Done.
42? Going once.
50.
50. 50. Do you hear 51? No? Going once. Going twice. So.
Yes.
Did you come up here?
Use. Make her another distribution. Yeah, one more. Okay. We're gonna use
Is the Al Ed?
I'm sorry?
Is the Ed
Oh, no, sorry. That's Lus's, hello.
I know it's like
My daughter is.
Alright, next item. Next item. Bath ball. Super Mario Mango Bath, $10. $20 for the Mario.
21? 30. Do you hear 30? 31. 31. 40. 40. 41. 45. 45. Do you hear 46?
Where are you guys getting this money?
I know. 46.
Is there like a secret printer?
No. 45. Going once. Going twice. So, come up here and get your prize.
Sorry. No, you're good.
Wow. Bring the money in here. Oh, she's gonna
See, tell them got it.
Alright, next up. Next up, we have. We have the glow wand. $1 for glow wand. Anyone?
$5.
5 for glow wand.
$5. Do we hear $6 for the glow wand?
I just missed that shit.
Okay. 5 for glow wand. Going once. 7.
8.
8 for glow wand. 8 for glow wand. Going once. 10 for glow wand.
12.
12 for glow. 12 for glow wand. Once. Twice. And sold for 12. Next up, we have a Day of the Dead keychain. Day of the Dead keychain, $1. $2 for keychain. 5 for keychain. 7 for keychain. 8 for keychain. 10 in the back. 12 for keychain. 15 for keychain. 14
20.
20 for keychain in the back.
25.
25. 30 for the keychain.
31.
31 for the 31 for the keychain.
33.
33.
35.
35. 35 for keychain. Anything else? 35 for the keychain.
That's not good. 35 going once.
45. 40.
40. 40. 40 for the keychain.
We have 41.
40 once.
40 once. 40 twice. Sold.
Sold for 40. Alright, next up, we got last up for this round, we have a pack of Pokemon trading cards. $1, anyone? $1. 5. 6. 10. 15 in the back. 20. 24. 24 in the back. 25. 25. Anyone more than 25? 40. 40 in the back. 40 in the back. Anyone else for Pokemon? 40.
40 going once.
They're just gonna start at 40.
41. 41 for the Pokemon cards. Once. 45.
45.
50. 50 for Pokemon. 60 for Pokemon.
65. Going once.
We got 65. 70.
70. Going once.
There better be a
Going twice. Going once.
Maybe they were fighting
Going twice.
around the con to grab money. And then they
No.
stopped up here.
I see guys.
No, we just got in last night.
We passed out some, not a lot, but you got stuff, so you'll be good. There's more stuff to give out.
Oh, okay. That was the last item.
Yeah.
Good stuff for right.
Now you go for 70s.
All right. That's the second round of auction. We got one more coming out, but later on, but yeah, we're gonna inflate the economy in a moment by distributing cash. So don't worry, just like the real world. All right, since this is history and philosophy of FMA, let's hit some of the history and philosophy. So, let's talk about the Philosopher's Stone. In the real world, the Philosopher's Stone was also much sought after. There is mention of a Philosopher's Stone from ancient Greece and ancient India, and it was a legendary substance that was believed to transform base metals into silver and gold. And others believed, like we saw with Jing, that the Philosopher's Stone could be used to achieve immortality. A real-world reference, the first emperor of China consumed liquid mercury in the belief it would make him live forever. Now, there are myriad legends. Yes, please. I don't recall exactly, but it was not good for his health. Needless to say. Thoughts, ideas, opinions? All right. This is the Ouroboros, originated in ancient Egypt before finding its way to ancient Greece. And as we saw in the previous slide, is the image of a dragon or snake devouring its own container. The symbol became popular in alchemy, especially during the Renaissance in Europe, and it represents creation and destruction. And obviously that's a theme we see heavily in FMA. In this regard, perhaps it's not unlike the phoenix, which rises from its own ashes. In other cultures, it also represents self-reflection and examination of one's own self. Now, I want to draw attention to the diagram. This is a map of Amestris, obviously. And as we know, the father carved out a ginormous transmutation circle beneath the city, to transmute soul and stuff. You guys are gonna know here now. I bet they're doing the air show. They're doing the air show, I think. Up in Dallas.
It's not that bad. I live
but-
5 minutes away from the Air Force Base. This ain't that bad.
What?
Alright, anyway, so I want to draw attention to the shape of Weimar, Germany, which was roughly based on. So you see that semicircular shape, as well as this. And I have now put up an inverted pentagram, and you're wondering why I'm doing this. Can anyone tell me before there's any diagram, let's do $10 for who can tell me what city, just guess, that is being illustrated here with a pentagram connecting various landmarks.
Wait, you want the actual landmarks of each one?
No.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, I thought you were saying that. Like, holy shit.
We're asking for a city. I saw your hand in the back first.
Is this like a real city?
This is a real city, yes. Do you have a guess?
Rome.
Rome. This one's not Rome in particular.
Could be Washington, D.C. or Berlin.
Okay, well that's two guesses, but you did get it with one. This is in fact D.C.
Oh,
And the White House. So yeah.
Wow.
So they've
One first guess,
they've slapped us with a transmutation circle, guys. Maybe perhaps. And the other topic I want to hit on is chimeras. So obviously we know chimeras from legend. We know chimeras from the series, but there have been real world attempts to create, artificial or human-animal hybrids, either for soldiers or even the food, the GMOs we eat. One quick example I want to hit really quick. I gotta do this quick. Is, well, not Nina, but well, Nina's an example from the series, but in the real world is Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov, who was a Soviet scientist in the 1920s, tried to create the super soldier by mixing humans with gorillas. So the intelligence of human with the strength of a gorilla, just to, he was not successful at that time, thankfully so. All right. Now, one of the main themes, and one of the things that's much discussed in FMA is what is truth? What is the door of truth? What did Ed face at that moment? So let's watch the clip really quick and see what comment we can shed on that. What light we can shed on that idea.
I take it you're here to retrieve your brother. Just how do you plan on pulling an entire human out of here? What's your payment? Do you intend to offer your own body?
We're a little bit high.
Yeah, I've got your payment right here. So go ahead and take it. This thing is my portal of truth. So I get to make the decision on how it's used. Is that right?
It's come to that. And you're sure about this? You do realize that you'll never be able to perform alchemy again without your portal.
I'm aware of that. This portal, I know it contains every secret alchemy has to offer. However, it's also led me astray. I saw the truth that lies within it. I became convinced I could solve everything with alchemy. But I couldn't possibly have been more wrong. That was just arrogance.
You're willing to cast it aside, to lower yourself to a simple human.
What do you mean, lower myself? That's the only thing I've ever been. Just a simple human that couldn't save a little girl. Not even with alchemy.
You're sure you'll be alright without it? Think carefully now. Edward!
Edward Elric!
Who even needs alchemy? When I've got them.
You've done it! That's the right answer! Good job! You beat me! Go ahead! Take him home!
The back door's right over there!
Goodbye, Edward Elric!
That was crazy, Al.
Speak for yourself.
Now let's go home. Together.
All right, so we're running out of time, so we'll speed things up a little bit, but let's do some quick comments, ideas, a warning against hubris, power of friendship, thoughts, opinions. Thoughts, opinions, anyone on?
I like the attention to detail because you can see that his toenails got really long. Like that was some attention to detail.
No, but as far as what is truth and how he beat truth, he beat truth by understanding that, look, he couldn't even save a little girl, and that he had all these people supporting him, and yes.
I was gonna say, now that you mentioned that, part that made me start thinking, like, the only way in order he was to be able to defeat truth was to admit that he's not perfect, because, you know, he used it for selfish reasons, other people use the alchemy for power or whatever. The truth is knowing that you're not perfect.
Yes, yeah, and he had a noble pursuit in a lot of his things, and he still failed.
Exactly.
Yeah, more thoughts, ideas, yes,
So
please.
many people pointed that out to him, like his teacher. She's like, you, because she's seen it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk, we got Izumi coming right too. We're gonna talk about Izumi, because I want to touch on it in a little bit about how Izumi's actually the only female alchemist featured, and what is her warning to Ed? Do not become a dog in the military. We're gonna touch on that really quick in a brief moment. Any more thoughts on truth and the door of truth though? So, yes.
As for the door of truth, if you look at it and you know your mythology, the design on it is Yggdrasil.
Okay, yes, that's true. That's true, you have that. Anyone else? Okay, alright, let's move on. Alright, the other thing I want to touch on is the death of the Führer, because this is another, I would say, profound scene, just like the Door of Truth. So let's watch this really quick, and then we can comment on that. I apologize, it sounds kind of bad.
I myself have never believed in faith or God. If they exist, perhaps this is their way of divine justice and providence. And it seems they've sent a visitor to do the deed. Here to avenge your grandfather. Very well. Go ahead.
Any last words you'd like to say? Such a sad life. Tell me, Bradley, was there anyone who you loved? Any friends? Your wife? Are you saying you have nothing? No message for her? When she finds out what you are?
The trivial words of sorrow, of love and guilt mean nothing to me, young lady. My wife understands. She is the woman that I chose to live by my side. There are no more words that need to pass between us now. That's what it means to be the wife of the Führer. And now you've spent all your time asking useless questions and lost your opportunity for vengeance. What a shame. I lived my life by never following the path that had been set for me. Thanks to the idiosyncrasies of humanity, it was, at least, a life worth living for.
Okay, so what do we think about this? I mean, most of us are familiar with it to some extent. Any quick thoughts, ideas on the death of the Führer? He says it's a life worth living for, you know, that he sees as having value in the back. And then up here.
He did something that not a lot of people would do, and that was follow his dream. He followed what he believed was right. And not a lot of people could do that. Not a lot of people, even in the anime itself, it wasn't even shown that people even follow their dreams. I mean, look at Izumi, look at Edward and Al. All of them tried to get their dreams, or their goals.
And you're just caught in circumstance.
Yeah, just like their mom, and then Izumi's baby that died, and then. It's just, he was one of the
he went for it. He went straight for it. Yeah.
I did everything I wanted, so I got nothing.
And really quick, sir.
I just had a question. As Lost Philosopher's Stone was extinguished by Mustang, how his Philosopher's Stone was extinguished? Because it's been a long time since I watched Brotherhood, so I can't remember.
He just died, didn't he? Just expired?
I think
It was on his last slide.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think you have the right on. It was his last. It was his last go. Okay, I'm gonna try to get these really quick. One of the things I want to touch on is the whole cult of the Führer. If you do remember in the TV series how even when Roy and Olivier were launching their coup, they still staged it such that it appeared that it was the general staff launching a coup against the Führer. And I just want to touch on how you control people and populations and how you give them that idea. This is actually a good quote from the Nuremberg trials. I encourage you to look at it. We're a little short on time, so I won't go into detail on it. But it's basically about how, just look up the Goering-Nuremberg quote, and I won't touch on that today. But this is the scene really quick, if you don't remember,
Quick, turn it on the radio.
where basically they still make it appear that the general staff has launched a coup, if you guys still remember that.
Believe what's going on.
There's never anything good on that station.
Just turn it on.
And they're all like, hey, they bring in the wife to be like, oh, they're saying against my husband and all that. So there's very much of that into that.
Needs to preside over a military exercise and is yet to return to Central.
And then I want to touch on a few more brief things. This I don't believe has anything to do with Arakawa, but it illustrates an interesting point. This is a scene from Glory, the movie. It's a Civil War movie, really good. But if you remember, FMA has a prominent theme of being a dog of the military. And as we said, Izumi even tells Ed, do not become a dog of the military. Well, this is a movie scene, a really good movie, based on an actual Civil War event. Colonel Shaw was ordered to burn a town in Georgia, and he basically is forced to do so. So, again, check out the movie. It's really good. Glory. I know I got some of my panelists to watch it. We are really short on time. I apologize. So I'm going to gloss over some of these final points. The Alchemist is one of Arakawa's inspirations. This is a big cover of the novel, of the graphic novel, but it was a novel, Nobel Prize winner by Paulo Coelho. Check it out. It's good. It's about Santiago, the Spanish farm boy who goes on a journey to see the pyramids of Egypt. Having watched FMA, if you read the book, you're going to be like, wow, Santiago's story is very much like Ed's journey. All right. Anyone care to guess who this is? You could probably read the little thing, so we won't do that. That is Amestris. That is the real Amestris, who is Queen Amestris of Persia, who was the real life wife of Xerxes, or as you may know him, Xerxes.
Xerxes!
I know, okay. I showed it to some people and it fell flat, but I'm glad we had some people recognize that. This is one badass woman. You want to talk briefly about her? This is Ludmila Pavlichenko, 309 confirmed kills, Soviet sniper in World War II. Real life Risa Hawkeye, check her out.
What?
Yeah, 309 kills. Yeah, this is old school. One of the main things I want to talk about FMA, and welcome, grab a snack, grab some cash. We're going to do a final round of prizes. We're running a little bit of time, so I'm kind of blitzing through this towards the end. Good to see you, sir. All the major characters were named after military equipment. So for example, this is the Mustang fighter plane from U.S. military in World War II. Mustang, and of course, you have Colonel Mustang. Ha! All right.
Sure, how many is there now?
It's a Mustang. No. I reversed it. Okay, now one of Arakawa's other great works is Hero Tales. I know you guys were interested. You guys actually watch it yet?
No.
You guys need to. If you haven't, guys, Hero Tales is one of her other big works. You'll see a lot of similarities. I'm going to play the trailer for you. This is Arakawa's other big work. So let's... Yeah.
Is this old?
It's a few years old. It's really good.
It's Taito! You're not the only person who visits them, you know. They were all my friends, too.
I'll make you pay for what you've done. I feel it. Dreadful power has awakened. May the stars guide us.
I have to go. I have to leave for the capital right now.
You made a wise choice in letting him go. It's the closest thing to a son I've got. I wish for you to act as Taito's custodian.
The question you should be asking is whether you're strong enough to face him. This will probably be your final battle.
Really good series. Check it out, guys. It's her other work. It's one of the 25, 30 episode ones. So
I just want to point out one thing on it. Actually.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so this is just me. Honestly, it's just my own belief, but since you know this was off of the same what's called a writer. What was her name? Arakawa. So knowing how the characters they actually look like from FMA and stuff like that. So this is just like my own hypothesis, but what if this actually takes in the same place or same universe as FMA, but it's just taking place over in the next country past the east area.
It's Jing. Oh my God, Hero Tales takes place in Jing. But you can see so many similarities in the artwork and the design. I mean, like you said, it could very well be Jing.
Yeah, this is just my hypothesis.
I think you touched on something though. Now, one more thing I wanted to hit on was one of the inspirations for Arakawa was Fist of the North Star. And this scene, I do want to hit, it's only 2 minutes long, we're going to hit really quick. See if you guys see any similarities to anything in FMA, but she drew a lot from it, so let me play this really quick for you. This is from New Fist of the North Star.
Lord Doha, as always, I ask for your blessing. to that kind of power. A true ruler knows how to seize his subjects and maintain his hold over them, both body and soul.
I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Wild and nasty. Some of you guys pretty much get it. I mean, I want to say Cornello, of course, and that whole bit. Good series. Check it out. Compare it. You can see where she got some inspiration. All right. We have final trivia round and prizes. I'm going to hand it over to the lieutenant, and I'm going to shut up. So let's do it. The floor is yours.
Please line up here if you haven't.
If you remember, I talked about every character was named after a piece of military equipment. So we're going to show you the equipment. You tell me what character that is.
Which character is represented by the vehicle seen here?
Ironside.
Ironside is not.
Really?
Guys, line up, and we'll do.
Line up.
You can, if you get it wrong, you can go back to the line, come back, try again.
No judging.
Did you finish?
Not used. No. Not used. All right, Ed. Which one is? What is this?
Armstrong.
No.
Armstrong is
Villain. It's a villain.
It is a villain.
Tough villain. A major villain.
Bushmaster.
No. Next one. You, sir. Feel free to guess again. Feel free to guess again, guys. Get back to
Gron?
No.
That is not correct.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take a guess. Let me get it back on.
It's a villain. A major villain.
Major villain.
It's a major villain.
Major villain.
Are you sure it's not a major?
A full metal, we're talking.
It's a major villain, but it's not a major.
I think I have a better.
These were the only hints we're gonna give out.
Okay.
I've said too much
So
already.
villain.
Yeah.
Say much like arc.
No, I got it.
Okay,
Sorry.
no problem. Next up.
Okay. Next.
Just had it. Sherman?
No.
Sherman is-
Next up.
Bradley.
Yep, that is
Go
the
for 15.
major villain. He was your hero, though, right? He's a hero. You could say he's a hero. He's the one who lived his life, like the other gentleman said. All right, now here we have another weapon, and there's gonna be a quick clue for this. So I'm gonna show you the weapon, and I'm gonna play a clue for you. All right, so everyone pay attention. It's what?
Yoo-hoo, Riza! It's about time, Rebecca. I know, sorry, but I think you'll find it was worth the wait. I've got all sorts of goodies.
I love you!
Hey, zip it! You're not allowed to flirt with me unless you've got money.
Here you go. Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, Colonel. It's been a long time, huh? Second Lieutenant Maria Ross, returning to active duty without permission, sir.
All right, any thoughts, ideas, opinions? Which character was named after that rifle? There's a clue in the video.
You want to go back to the rifle?
Okay, let's go back to the rifle.
Okay.
For all of you.
Do you have a
firearms.
guess?
Anyone have a guess? There's a clue in the video. There's a clue in the video.
Major clue in the video.
Very major clue.
Super major. A super major clue. I know some.
Super major clue.
All right, someone shout it out if you know who it is.
Musket?
Ross. Yeah, what's cool is she gives him a rifle and she's named after a rifle.
He said that
Yeah, the Ross
first.
rifle.
Whoever
All right,
said
fine.
it first.
Grab whoever got it. Yeah, just you guys take care of that. Final question. Our next question, final one is: which two characters are represented by this aircraft and its manufacturer? 20 if you get both, 10 if you get one. Just somebody shout it out. What do we get?
Hawkeye.
That's one. Give him 10. Now who's the manufacturer? No, not Hughes.
Mustang?
No, not Mustang.
Oh, I was gonna guess that.
No, all right, well, it's Northrop Grumman. So But that's all right. Somebody got 10. That's good. Let's wrap this up. Which Amestron officer was not directly involved in the Ishvalan War?
Roy Mustang, Alex Armstrong, Armstrong.
Get in line. Get in line. Get in line.
Olivia
Armstrong. All right. Give the man 5. All right. Line up. Stay in line. Stay in line. Next question. What city pictured here is occupied by, but not a part of Amestris? There's one really good answer, one semi-good answer if you don't know the picture. So I'll accept 2. $10 to each person, to each correct answer. And you got choices at the bottom: Central City, Fatset, Table City, Rezimbul, North City, Posterev, and Lior. Rezimbul, no. Next one.
Lior?
Lior's one. Lior is not technically pictured, but it was occupied, so we're going to give you 10. Anyone else? Keep going. We got one official answer though coming up.
Posture.
It is not Posturim, no. Posturim, I'm sorry. No. Next one. So by elimination, there's only a few left.
Central City.
That is not Central City, no. It's from the movie. Okay. No, not the live action, but one of the anime movies. Go on.
North City.
No, not North City. All right. It is Table City. It is from Star Milos. Okay. 20. All right. Yeah. Give me that 20. That's fine. All right. Who is this man, Riza's father, who taught Roy Mustang flame alchemy?
Do you know what's his name?
What's his name? Yes. Well, obviously his last name is going to be Hawkeye, but what's his first name?
Lieutenant?
No one knows my father.
Okay, no reward for this. It's Bertolt Hawkeye. And our final question, which is a repeat from last time I did this, Isaac McDougall was also known as a blank alchemist for 20. Let's do 20. Ice alchemist.
The freezing.
Freezing.
Freezing alchemist.
How much? 20.
All right, that concludes that. Lieutenant Duke, we have a final auction. She will oversee that. Count your money.
So please count your money and we'll begin the auction. Please show the prizes. First up, we have Braves as a pop figure. Next, we have a bag of Oreos. Next up, we have
It's a Pokemon toy. Pokemon toy.
Oh, Dialga.
It's one of those things
Dialga.
Which Pokemon?
Dialga.
No.
There's
also a Pokemon card in it, though.
Oh, there is a Pokemon card along with it. Next up, we have a Street Fighter.
Cammy, not Cammy. Chun-Li
Chun-Li.
and Guile.
Oh, nice.
All right, so let's start with at your discretion, please, Azumi. At your discretion.
At your discretion. All right. Street Fighter.
Chun-Li figure. $1 for Chun-Li.
$1.
Figure.
10.
10.
All right. Do
10
we
for
have
Chun-Li.
11.
11. Do we have a 12? 12. 12. Do I hear 13?
13.
13. Here. Do I have a 14?
14 for Chun-Li.
13. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Ed.
All right. Well, let's bring up our compatriot, Guile. $1 for Guile.
$1.
$1 for Guile.
Guile. Street Fighter. $1.
$1 here for Guile.
Do we hear
$2 for Guile.
$2. Do we hear 3? $3 for Guile.
3 for Guile.
3.
3 up here.
Okay,
4 for Guile.
For Guile. 4.
4.
4. Do we hear 5? Hear 5? 5. Do we hear 6?
6.
$6. Do we hear $7? For Guile. $7? $8. $8. Do we hear 9? $9. Do we hear $10? $10. Do we hear 11?
11 for Guile.
$11 for Guile. $10 going once. Going twice. Sold.
All right.
Sonic Boom.
Next is the Pokemon.
Pokemon figure with card. $1.
$1?
$1.
Here.
What Pokemon is it?
$2 here. Do we hear
Which
3?
Pokemon is it?
$3?
What Pokemon?
$3. Do we hear $4?
What Pokemon?
Plus, what Pokemon is it?
5.
20.
20 for Pokemon.
The card?
Oh, do we hear 21?
21.
22.
30.
Is 30. Do we hear 31? Do we hear 32? 40. 40. Do we hear 41? 41. 45. 45. 46. 50.
51.
51.
55.
55.
56.
56.
60.
60.
Oh man.
60.
Alright, 60 for Pokemon. We're 61.
61.
Alright, 60 going once, twice, sold.
So.
Alright, last thing up is the.
No, there's two.
Oh, okay, next thing up. Oreos, $1.
$30.
$30 for Oreos. Once, twice. Going once, twice, sold. 30.
Alright, 30.
Alright, final price.
That escalated so fast.
I want those Oreos.
Well, I just got you.
Then we have the pop figure. Graves. Do I hear $1?
One.
$1. $1. 2.
5.
5.
10.
10. 20.
30.
30.
50.
50.
I already got
60. 70.
80.
70.
29.
80. Do I hear 81?
Where's 81?
29. Done already.
81. Going once.
81. Oh. I thought someone else said it.
Going twice. 90. 90.
Somebody said 90.
93.
93. 100.
Alright, give me money.
Who wants the full money?
Sure, I know.
100 for Percival Graves.
Going once.
Actually, no, I feel bad.
Hey, Alright guys, Percival Graves, 100. Do we have 101?
It's Mr. Graves.
We would have 80.
Do we have 101 for Percival Graves? Or we're singing at 100 right now. So 100 going once, twice, and sold. Alright, sold for 100. Alright, well that concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. Hopefully we can do this again. Hopefully you guys will join us. If you want to be part of it, just let us know. We'll work something out. We can always do people. So enjoy the con.
Yeah.